Hi ActiveMatch members, it's Angela, your ActiveMatch ambassador here today. Today we're going to be talking about exertion and effort in exercise. So a lot of the times when you're doing a workout, you want to know how hard you're working. What we want to do is find out how hard it is that we're working using more objective measures. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to go out and buy very expensive equipment. There are three really easy ways to know how hard you're working from an objective perspective. So the first one I'm going to show you is how to measure your heart rate. So there are two ways to measure your heart rate. I'm going to show you on your wrist and on your neck. So on your wrist, what you want to do is find the bone right here, and then beside it there'll be a little bit of a ligament, so kind of like a squishy or softer area. You want to take two fingers and really press down on that artery. If you can't feel it, try pushing a little bit harder. If you really can't feel it, don't worry, there is another way to do it. Now, you want to press down with just two fingers, never your thumb, because your thumb itself has its own pulse, so you might get confused. You're going to feel two beats, a bump and then another bump. You want to count both those beats. You'll need to grab yourself a little stopwatch, set it for 10 seconds, and then as you watch the 10 seconds count, you measure how many you feel. I feel 13 beats. What I'm then going to do is take that number and multiply it by 6, and that'll give me my beats per minute. What I'm going to do with this number is compare it to my maximum heart rate. So in the blog post, I've given a calculation for maximum heart rate. Generally, to show your effort, you want to be working at about 50% of that, if you're able to. Another way to measure heart rate is using your neck artery. So I'm just going to show you over here. So you have a ligament here, and then your kind of throat here, and then this little triangle of space. Once again, two fingers. Just going to place it right in there, kind of where your jaw joint is. Same thing, you're going to feel some beats. Count the number of beats that you feel for 10 seconds. Take that number, multiply it by 6, and you'll have your heart rate. The time that you should be measuring your heart rate is immediately after you've finished exercising. Once you've done that, you're good to go. I know that some people will be on heart rate medication, or sorry, blood pressure medication, so maybe heart rate isn't the most accurate measure for you. Another way to measure your rate of perceived exertion is what we call the talk test. So the talk test is very easy. As you're working out, if you're able to continue a conversation with another person, so like how I'm talking right now, it means that you're not working as hard as you could. You want to get to a point where you're not able to comfortably carry on a conversation. If you get to a point where you are gasping for breath and can't get out words at all, you've probably gone too far, so you want to scale it back a little bit. A good point to measure or use the talk test is in probably the second half of your workout, in the middle of that, so the third quarter of your workout. The last way to measure your exertion is with an analog scale. So this is called the rate of perceived exertion scale. It's a scale of 1 to 10, how hard you feel like you're working. 1 being very easy, 10 being extremely difficult. I have a picture in the blog post that will talk about the rate of perceived exertion. This last one is a little bit subjective, but I think when you see the scale in front of you, it can make it slightly more objective. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to leave comments in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.